Okay, so welcome back. As you can see that we are going to understand a typical block diagram representation of a smart system. Nowadays, we are surrounded by several sensors, and this is how the sensor system looks like of a smart sensor. So it has got following element. The very first element is your sensor itself. So this sensor could be used to sense any physical quantities such as temperature, humidity, or a biological quantity such as a concentration of a chemical, etc., etc. So any kind of sensor, this sensing element could be. Once you have the sensing element in place, it outputs a signal that is given to a signal conditioning unit, which is basically a part of the smart sensor system. Now, this signal conditioning unit, the job of it is to either amplify the signal coming from the sensor or attenuate the signal to reduce the gain from the sensor or do some filtering action, remove the noise, etc., from the signal coming from the sensor. So that's the purpose of signal conditioning unit. Once you have this done, the output of the signal conditioning unit, for example, a preamplifier was used here, and then amplified signal is fed to the third unit, that is signal processing unit. This signal processing unit could be your analog to digital converter, for example, or data logger, or a microprocessor along with a memory and or an FPGA, field programmable gate array. So it's basically you are preparing your data to be processed by this unit to be then for further preparation. Okay, and then you got this network here through which you see the bidirectional arrow that indicates the data from this final unit, which is could be usually it's in the digital form or the quasi-digital form, that could be transferred to the outside world over this network. This network can be a wireless or with wire. Okay, for example, LAN or wireless. Nowadays, we are having the IoT, Arduino microcontroller board, wireless data transfer facility, etc. So remember, this is a digital or quasi-digital output finally. So you either transfer the data stream in the form of zeros and ones, a binary system over the network. So this envelope, this green boundary around this indicates how a typical smart sensor system looks like. Okay, and we saw the inside of it. So hope you found this brief model useful to understand how the typical smart sensor system looks like and what its components are and how they interact with each other. If you found this model useful, share it with others for a wider reach, and stay tuned for more informative and engaging contents linked to the smart sensors and actuators. Till then, wish you a very happy learning.